The president of Mozambique on Tuesday urged for an end to protests against recent election results. Filipe Nyusi said he believed the protests will only result in destroying the country and its infrastructure. Mozambique's defense minister has warned that the military may be deployed to put an end to the unrest. According to medical associations, more than a dozen people have been killed and dozens more injured in clashes in recent days. Crowds took to the streets of Maputo on Tuesday denouncing police violence. Police have used tear gas and gunfire during the protests. The country's interior minister has argued that this was needed to restore public order after demonstrations turned violent. Earlier in October, the country's electoral commission announced that the ruling party Frelimo had come out on top in the October 9th election, increasing its 49-year stint in power. Opposition candidates and observers alleged that the vote was rigged. The Electoral Commission has refused to comment. Meanwhile, opposition party Podemos has lodged an appeal to the Constitutional Council against the results. The Border Management Authority, BMA, is set to close the Lubombo port of entry following violent protests in Mozambique. The protests started at the end of last month in Maputo after Mozambique's election results were announced. BMA Commissioner Michael Maciapato confirmed there was violence at Rosano Garcia, a small area in Maputo province, located close to the Lubombo port of entry. He said the South African side was not affected, but safety measures needed to be taken. Some buildings have been set alight. At the moment, we are working on securing the Lubombo border as well as traveler safety. The border will be closed to ensure the safety of travelers, he told News 24 on Tuesday night. Mozambique's government has imposed its second internet shutdown in 2 weeks, amid election result protests. The government has once again restricted internet access, affecting Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The latest blackout follows a similar disruption after the country's national election results awarded the Frelimo party's presidential candidate Daniel Chapo a 70.7% election win. The opposition party alleges electoral fraud, prompting protests and clashes with police in the country's capital Maputo. Internet access was initially the day after the announcement of the presidential election results, declaring the Frelimo party the winners. Venancio Mondlane, the opposition candidate, maintains his victory claim and has been posting messages online from South Africa, urging protests. Digital rights groups like Access Now have condemned both shutdowns as violations of human rights.